The mystery of the silent room. Alice and her family had just moved into an old house that had been inherited from her grandfather. The single-story house had a peculiar room that no one talked about much. The door was always closed, and heavy curtains covered the window. But the strangest thing of all was that it seemed as though no sound could penetrate the room. Whenever family members entered and exited, any noise they made would disappear as soon as they crossed the threshold. One night, young Alice grew curious about the room next to her own. She quietly opened the door and stepped inside. As soon as she took her first step into the room, a shiver ran down her spine. The room was beyond silent, it seemed to exist in a realm of its own, devoid of any sound. All sounds vanished, just as they did outside. Alice began to explore the room. Its walls were bare, devoid of any furniture or decoration. However, in the center, something peculiar stood, an old mirror. The mirror was dusty and faded, but the reflection it cast was anything but ordinary. Instead of her own reflection, Alice saw a dense, dark forest within the mirror. It beckoned her to venture deeper into its depths. The mirror seemed to whisper to her, urging her to explore the enigmatic forest. Summoning her courage, Alice took a step closer to the mirror. In an instant, she found herself transported into the heart of the dark forest. In the depths of the forest, eerie creatures with gleaming eyes roamed about. Panic-stricken, Alice was now lost in the forest. After weeks of relentless effort, Alice found a way deeper into the forest. Yet, this path revealed a more intricate mystery. Lost souls haunted the forest, controlled by a creature that possessed the peculiar powers of the mirror. The secret of the mirror lay in the power of the souls it had entrapped. Alice realized that the mirror could imprison not only her but her soul as well. However, she wanted to save her family before destroying the mirror. Her family had been driven to madness under the malevolent influence of the mirror. Alice learned that her grandfather was confined to a mental hospital. Her grandfather was the only one who knew the origin of the mirror and the story of the creature it had imprisoned. Alice knew she needed her grandfather's help to unravel the mirror's secret. She went to the mental hospital to speak with her grandfather. He shared the mirror's origins and how the creature had become part of an ancient curse. He insisted that the mirror needed to be destroyed, and releasing the creature would be the key to saving her family. With the knowledge passed down by her grandfather, Alice successfully destroyed the mirror. However, this act demanded a great sacrifice, and Alice found herself imprisoned within the mirror. The destruction of the mirror became the salvation of her family and the town. But Alice now existed in a world of infinite silence and darkness within the mirror. Alice's bravery and sacrifice became part of the town's legend, and the silent room was no longer silent, for within it, the spirit of Alice still roamed.